Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into AURIC, which is Samantha Ravndahl'S brand new brand. So I picked up 2 products from the launch. I just kind of wanted to test things out. Of course, I'll continue to try different shades and products as time goes on, but for this initial launch, I just wanted to pick up what I thought would really work for me, and I picked up the Smoke Reflect in the shade Defiance, which is like a bronzy gold duo. And then in the Glow Lust Radiant Skin Luminizer, I picked up the shade Morganite, which is the lightest shade, I think. Don't quote me, but I think it's the lightest shade. So I picked up both of these products, and today I created this look featuring this gorgeous complexion product and this eye duo. So I hope you guys like following along. And yeah, if you want to see how I use these on my face, just stay tuned. Dun, dun, dun. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into Samantha Ravndahl'S new brand, AURIC. This is a brand new brand that just launched, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. It's seriously brand new. The name is AURIC, and everything around the brand and the messaging stands for golden together. AURIC, I think, means like gilded or golden, something referring to gold, covered in gold. So I picked up 2 products from this launch. I just have to say a huge congratulations to Samantha Ravndahl. Samantha is actually the reason that I went to school where I did. I went to John Casablancas Institute in Vancouver, BC, because of watching one of her videos years and years and years ago. So pretty cool moment to see her launch her own brand and see her kind of like come into her own as a business owner and launch this new endeavor. It's pretty dope. Samantha's awesome. I really respect her for her honesty and her authenticity. That's something that's really important to me as well. So yeah, I'm just tickled for her. This is so rad. So I picked up 2 products. She just started the launch with 2 kind of lines of products. So Glow Lust is a type of product that you would maybe add into your foundation, add into your skincare, or just use all over on its own. For me, I have kind of an oilier skin type, so it's not something I'm going to use all over my face, but I will use it in specific areas to kind of boost the glow and add to my complexion routine. So none of these products were sent to me. This is my own review. I bought this all with my own money to support Samantha, of course. But yeah, I picked up 1 shade of the Glow Lust in the shade Morganite. I think this is the lightest shade. So this says on the back, highlight, smooth, and hydrate. Innovative polymers brighten and hydrate dull skin for a healthy, natural glow. Wear it alone, mix with complexion products, or finish your look for a long-lasting radiance. This is meant to kind of make your face look more dewy and glowy, hydrate, and illuminate. So I'm really excited to add this in. Let's open this baby up. So right away, this is the product straight out of the packaging. It is absolutely stunning. So I know Samantha in her video talked a lot about the cap and the frosted bottle, and I can definitely tell if this is a illuminator, which it is, and luminizer, you just need such a small amount of product. So this is going to last me forever. And she did talk a lot about this cap. She didn't want it to ever accidentally open up in your makeup bag or anything like that. So it is definitely like a strong seal. It's not magnetic, but you can tell that that is not going to go accidentally off in your makeup bag, you know? I thought I would just show you a fraction of a pump here on the back of my hand and then smooth that out for you. So this is the shade Morganite. So you can see how kind of luminous and dewy this is going to make the skin. Okay, so on my skin right now, all I have is skincare and moisturizer and primer. So I've done my skincare, my normal routine, and then I added a small amount of moisturizer because I really wanted to let this product kind of do all the work and see how it just performed on my skin. The one thing I did add was primer, which is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. This is the primer that I use all the time, my tried and true. It does a good job for me of like smoothing my pores a little bit, but also leaves my skin like a natural finish, not too matte, not too dewy. So that being said, I really wanted to try this luminizer underneath my makeup. And then I also picked up the Smoke Reflect, which is the second product that she came out with. So here is the Smoke Reflect. I picked up the shade Defiance because I really wanted to play around with the gold bronzy look. I thought that that was the shade that I would wear the most. So immediately I'm looking at this, and it is a gorgeous kind of frosted glass component on the bottom. And then the top is where our pressed pigment is. Oh my gosh. Just look how stunning. So you can see this pigment. This is absolutely stunning. This is in the shade Defiance. I know this is going to be something that I use a lot because kind of a champagne-y gold color like that is kind of a classic color to top an eyeshadow look, especially like a neutral bronzy, something like that. So I have a feeling I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. On the bottom, so we have that on the top. On the bottom, this actually twists off, and you can see there's a little separator, which I really appreciate. So that comes off, and this is the cream shadow in Defiance underneath. This is absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna put this eye product down for a second while we go into complexion. I'm gonna go in with Morganite on my skin and show you how I'm gonna just try using it. I've never worn this before. I did open it up, I could not wait. So I did open it and swatch it before. So I know already that this is going to look stunning, but I have not put it on my face. I've just swatched it. So let's get in. Okay, so like I said, I just have primer on my skin so far, and I'm gonna go in with this as kind of a prep step after primer but before foundation. So I'm just gonna take, oh my gosh, the smallest amount of product. That was maybe a quarter of a pump, if that. That's all I'm going to use for now, and let's see what that does. I'm going to try just first applying this with my finger. So I'm just dipping in and grabbing a small amount of product, and I just want to tap this on the high points of my face to just see what it does here. And this is really interesting because it definitely does not have any kind of glitter whatsoever. It is a glow without being like really stark and in your face. I'm just looking down into my mirror and I'm pressing this on the high points of my face. This definitely feels a little bit thicker than the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter if I were to compare. They're similar but different. But you can just see the natural kind of luminous glow that this is giving me already. And I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my hand here, just work the brush in, and then just gently press this in. That little quarter of a pump was more than enough product. So I'm just gently tapping over. I think I do like it with a sponge the best. That is absolutely stunning. I wish I had smaller pores because this is something I would want, and I do want to just put on my entire face. I just know that with my skin specifically, I have such pronounced pores here and on my nose and chin that if I put this everywhere, it's gonna really bring a lot of attention to those pores. So I'm gonna keep this targeted just on the high points of my face in these little areas that we just applied. Okay, so I'm just giving my foundation a little shake, and I'm gonna apply just one pump on the back of my hand. And I wanna actually just try mixing in a little bit of this luminizer. So I'm just taking a tiny little pump. You can see the ratio foundation to luminizer. But I'm gonna take my little spatula here and just mix up a little concoction on the back of my hand. So it didn't change the shade of my foundation at all, but it definitely added a little bit more luminosity, and I'm all about that. So I'm just gonna take my damp beauty sponge and kind of scrape off whatever is left on that spatula, and then go ahead and dip into some of that on the back of my hand, and then we can go ahead and apply. So I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit so hopefully you can see the real finish of this foundation. But this is gorgeous and luminous. This is no foundation. So my skin has actually been pretty good recently, knock on wood. But this is what it looks like with a little bit of that luminizer mixed in. So far, this finish is my new favorite. It is more glowy without it being shiny, if that makes sense. Okay, so here is my foundation finished, totally done. I haven't added concealer or anything like that, but this finish is probably my most favorite finish that I've done in a long time. Okay, so complexion is looking so healthy and glowy so far. I'm really liking how everything is turning out, and everything feels really comfortable. Since I sat down with some powder, I definitely feel like things are settling in a little bit, which is a good thing. I feel like it's not quite so tacky on my face anymore. It's kind of like setting down a little bit, which is what I wanted. So let's see how this applies over top of makeup now. So I'm gonna take just maybe like a quarter of a pump. I feel like that is the best amount to use so far for me. I just like working with smaller amounts because it really gives me control over how much I'm applying. So I'm gonna take the opposite side of my soft little sponge, and I'm just gonna work that product into the sponge. And I'm gonna look down so you guys can see how this applies. I'm just going to gently tap this over the foundation. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. I would go so far as to say that I like this better than the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I think that this is more of a natural glow. As you can see, it's not glittery at all. I've never seen a more beautiful highlight in my whole life. For real. You can quote me. Okay, so clearly I'm in love with this skin. Obviously, I mean, it is so dewy and so gorgeous and glowy. So I guess let's jump into eyes now. I think I'm gonna go in with a primer first, my little Smashbox Photo Finish, yeah, eyeshadow primer. And I'm just gonna tap this onto the lids to smooth everything out and just prime my eyes as normal. I think I want to keep the look fairly smoky and bronzy just to really do these cream shadows justice, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna try to do things as I normally would with eyeshadow and see how these perform. So normally what I would do is put down my eye primer and then I would set it just very slightly with a nude shadow. So I'm just taking So Shy from the Jamie Genevieve Essentials palette. And I'm just going to like ever so slightly set the lid here. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this bronzer from the Balm. This is the Bahama Mama bronzer, and I'm just dipping in and picking up a little bit of that color. And I'm just gonna work this into the crease area to give myself a little roadmap for how I want this cream situation to go. All right, so I'm gonna start out with the cream shadow. So I'm gonna take this little top part off here, remove the little divider, and then I'm gonna dip straight into this gorgeous cream. I'm just using my little Smith 256 brush, and I'm just gonna pick up a tiny amount and just see how emollient it is. I feel like this is really easy to work with. The last thing I want when I'm working with a cream is for there to be way too much product. So far so good. I'm just kind of pressing and stamping this down all over the eye. You can also use your fingers to apply these, obviously, but I just really wanted to play with a brush first. But let's see. Let's try tapping a little bit more on with my finger. So I'm just gonna tap in here. You can see how much comes off. It's really very easy to work with as far as cream shadows. Oh yeah, there's a little more pigment for sure. I hope I mentioned this shade already. This is Defiance. This is the bronzy shade. I know they have a rose gold. They have a really gorgeous kind of like smoky shade that's more cool toned, and that is a really gorgeous silver color. That's another one that I think I would probably pick up sometime down the line because I feel like those cream shadows are just super easy to apply for like a fast smoky eye. Okay, let's go in and add this top part now. This is the kind of like gold shimmer shade on top. I'm so excited to use this. I'm sure this would look beautiful if I just added it on the brush and diffused it all over, and I might try doing that. But first, I've worked with these kinds of pigments before, and I find that they do apply best using the finger. So let's just swatch it for you guys and show you. So that is what the swatch looks like. You can tell that it is like a gorgeous shimmer with really kind of fine gold reflex. So I'm just going to, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. Wow. Oh man. I feel like especially sticking this on, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. I love this so much. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. They're also pressed really firmly. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like, I don't know, like chalky, you know. Usually those things kind of fall apart and the pigment goes everywhere, but this is pressed really hard. So this is gonna last and be durable. Wow, how stunning is that shadow? Can you see it? I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see. Look how stunning. I literally want to put this everywhere. I might even tap it. Oh yeah, I'm doing it. It's a little sparkly, but I'm tapping it onto this little area here and maybe even my nose. Yeah. Look at that. I'm blown away by this shimmer. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the other eye. The way that these are pressed makes it really, really easy to work with. But look at that. No fallout, nothing falling onto my cheeks. These are a dream. Okay, I zoomed you out just a touch here so that you can see as I apply this cream shadow on the bottom lash line. So I'm just dipping it with a smaller brush now, and let's see how this does on the lower lash line. So that is the cream shadow smudged out along the bottom lash line. I'm gonna take a little bit more bronzer on this fluffier brush, and I'm just going to kind of like set that shadow as well as blend it out a little bit underneath so that this looks more grungy and kind of like smokier. All right, so for my inner corner, I'm gonna spray my little brush with a bit of setting spray, and then I'm gonna go in with this shimmer topper. So I'm gonna dip my brush that's been kind of dampened right in here, and immediately I see that it picks up more product than it was originally. And I'm just going to press this in my inner corner. Oh. I have died and gone to heaven. This is the most beautiful product of the year. I'm calling it right now. Okay, so these are the eyes so far. I think I'm gonna go in now and just add a bit of my eyeliner and lashes, and we'll be right back to talk about the final look. Okay guys, we are back. I just added some sassy lashes to complete this little look and a little tiny bit of lip liner, but I didn't want to do too much to the lips because I really love how this looks. My skin truly feels like the best it's felt in a long time. I feel like this skin is what I would want on a daily basis. It is like so stunning and natural in the areas that I want it to look that way. And then on the high points, I feel like this glow is what I'm always looking for in a highlight. I want something that's going to make me look like more glowy, but naturally, as if I'm like just like healthy and thriving. I don't know. Basically, I'm in love with both of these products from AURIC. I'm really excited to see what else Samantha comes out with. And again, just a huge congratulations to her. I know she put so much time and effort into building this brand. So all in all, I'm obsessed with these products. Obviously, I've been speaking nothing but their praise this entire time, and that's because I really do genuinely think that they're worth it. I know they're a little bit on the pricier side, but for the quality of these products, I think that that is absolutely justified. If you're thinking about it, don't wait, pick them up. They are stunning and you will not be disappointed. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you liked following along with this little tutorial. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe and like this one if you found it was helpful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.